computer. And I'm not getting anything. Oh, wait. Select the camera. Hmm. Did it say it was recording? Oh, yes, it says it's recording at the top.
Yeah,
Okay, so I make sure. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Typography. Uh, oh, sorry. I just saw a little notification come. Thank you for turning your cameras on. I love your emojis, but I'd love to see your faces. Hello. How's everybody doing? Are you ready for the semester? Is this everybody's first year or second year?
this is my second semester here.
Okay,
This is
so
my
you're
last.
last typography. Oh, wait, you're taking typography
Yeah,
long?
COVID got in the way.
Wow. How did you do graphic design without typography?
I don't know. Somehow slipped
I
through.
thought it was a prerequisite.
Yeah, I was a senior right when everything just kind of fell apart. So things just fell through the cracks and it was just a confusing time.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I had something similar happen to me. I had to wait a whole year for a class to come through because scheduling problems. So it took me a year, extra year to graduate. So it happens. So let me see, how many people do I have? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and we do not have 12. 8, 6, 8. We're missing a couple people, and I don't see anybody in the waiting room. No. Okay. So it's nice to meet everybody. And I just wanted to say congratulations on taking a night class and coming late and doing the work at this hour. I've taken these kind of classes before, and I know it can be tiring, especially after a long day at school if you're taking a lot of classes or you're working. So thank you. Um, I like to be very as fun as possible, especially at this time of the day, and have a little bit of fun. So I was going to show everybody what makes me laugh and keeps me company when I'm working. This is my favorite thing I keep at my desk, and I don't know if you guys have a favorite thing that makes you smile. And yes, he has pins in his head. So that's my favorite thing I keep on my desk for fun. So I hope everybody has something that makes them happy, makes them smile. It's important. Okay, so for today, I have to share my screen. Is that from the zoo, or is that Jeffrey the giraffe, or like the ancient Toys R Us Jeffrey the giraffe?
Uh, my boyfriend got it for me, but I don't think is, I don't know. It's just cute.
It is cute. What's yours? Is it a Jason? It's your cup from,
My mug is from the merch store of one of my favorite YouTubers,
and who's that?
Juniper.
Juniper. Is that a cat or a,
This is the yeah, this is the little cat thing she uses for her content.
oh, cool. That's cute. I love cats.
And mine is a cat from Kiki's delivery service, and it's making this
Oh,
face.
I love it. That's so fun. Wait, what happened to Sharon? Oh, they're like, wait, Sharon, you're gone. Okay. Okay, I don't see anybody coming, so hopefully they'll show up. The first thing I'm gonna try to do is have you guys do attendance. It didn't work for my first class, so I'm gonna have you try and do it again. I'm gonna send a, have you guys done quickly before? Yeah, it didn't work for my first class, and I'm not sure why. I switched over to Blackboard Ultra, and there's been some glitches so far, like things disappearing, things appearing, things not working. I don't know if you had that problem in any of your other classes.
I did notice that Blackbird looked different, and I wasn't sure why.
Yeah.
Uh, I need to get used to it because it looks, I don't know, I'm not used to it. It's a little hard to find everything, but at the same time, it looks easier. I don't know, it's weird.
I have done both, and this one seems it's hard to get used to at first, but this one seems a little bit more intuitive. I don't know how you guys feel about it. But I'm gonna go into the attendance and see if this will work. You should get, with Quigley, you should get like a little notification. You go into attendance. This is how I was told it works. You go into attendance in Blackboard, and you should have a place to, and they changed it. I don't know how it works now because I'm not on the student end. They changed it so that you're, I think, in Blackboard, and you get a code and let me know if it doesn't work. I'll check everybody in manually um if that doesn't
Where
work.
do you where do you have the option for attendance? Because I do see under details and actions, I see attendance and it says view your attendance, but it's
Let's see.
not giving me like the option to do it.
That's the problem I think that my students from my morning class was having. It just says overall score, right? And
Wh- Where are you seeing details and actions?
So like when you get into the class
at the
course,
top, right? Or
on
on
the
the side.
right side, it gives you course faculty, so it shows a picture of the instructor, and then under that it says details and actions, and it says roster, course description, progress tracking, and then it says attendance, and it says view your attendance. But
I
it
don't know
just
if you can
shows
see
like,
that. I'm in the student view right now, right? Oh, somebody's in the waiting room. It
yeah,
shows
like
it. So it's right here, your attendance. So it's supposed to be, as far as I know, right here. If somebody's done it in another class and it worked, let me know how they got it to work. Because I have to call Blackboard and let them know
I don't know, because that I feel like it's just to show your
your
attendance
attendance.
so far, but I don't
Do
know
you
how
guys
to go.
have, wait, do you guys have books and tools? I'm in the student view, so I'll see what you guys have.
No,
Um,
I don't. I've never used
in the
that.
link below that, in Quickly Attendance, I just clicked on it and it already opened for the check-in and it's waiting for the code.
Okay,
Where?
great, that's it. Okay. It's under, so where you were in details, thank you for
I don't
finding
like
this.
Books
this.
and
I don't like
tools.
this
Books
format.
and
I don't like
tools
this
right
format.
here. And then you scroll down to Quigley. And I'll give you the, hold on, let me put the
Oh,
code
I
in the
see.
chat,
Okay.
in the chat. Yay, thank you for helping me figure that out.
What? Why do they put that down there?
It's so complicated.
I miss the old Blackboard formatting. What is this?
To keep you on your toes.
I'm trying to find, I cannot find the chat, so I'll just tell you it's 8054. Because all I can see is like, oh wait, is it here? Oh wait, I found it. Okay. Found it. 8054.
Why? I'm sorry. Where did you find the quickly attendance one more time?
It's over
It is in
here,
books and tools on the very right.
right here.
You
Okay.
scroll down to where it says quickly attendance LTI, and then it'll just ask you to
Right
type in
here.
the code.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I have an achievement for today. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to do that.
This is gonna
Yep.
mess with my mind for the next like 3 months.
Yeah, I've been working on it for like maybe 3 or 4 weeks and trying to get things to do what I want them to do has been very stressful. So I tried to put JPEGs in, and when I put a JPEG in, it like smushes it and stretches it. So I can only put PDFs in, so they don't smush and stretch depending on the responsiveness of iPad or phone or whatever. Yeah, and trying to find stuff and put stuff where I want it. And this morning, if anybody finds anything on the calendar that is like, oh, project that's not due, like it's not regular, it's not supposed to be due. Because I had last night, I had done everything and finished everything up, and then it duplicated my projects and put them on the calendar for some reason. Don't know why. So students were getting like notifications that they had projects that were past due because I put them in, a while ago. And then one professor couldn't, the project was just missing. She put it in there and it was gone. So thank goodness she was in person so she could print it out. And it's been a day. Okay, so everybody in the student area, and to get you guys used to the new Blackboard, this is the Zoom. You click on there to get into the Zoom. Everybody did that. This is the syllabus and the tentative schedule, assignments, resources. There's going to be a ton of resources and web links that you can use whenever you're not in class to find stuff and to look stuff up and just peruse around and look at stuff. And then at the bottom is course presentations, which I already put today, the next couple presentations in there. So you guys can review them and look ahead if you want. If we don't get through everything today, which very seriously we will, you'll be able to go back and look at it, and you'll also be able to look at what's upcoming if you like. If I will try to stay ahead as much as possible. Does anybody have any questions?
Are those assignments all of them?
No. So let me go into the presentation. So I think, is it in here? Let me make sure. I'm going to open the presentation. So welcome to Typography. I'm your instructor. This is me. So this is about me. I am an alumni of COD and at Columbia College of Chicago. I have a BFA in graphic design and motion graphics, a minor in motion graphics. And I have two kids that are in college and one a junior in high school. So one of the kids that I have in college is at COD currently, and the other is an alumni of UIUC. I'm sorry, of COD, and has gone onto UIUC after COD. And he's also tutoring at COD online from Urbana, Champaign. I don't know if you guys know what that is. UIUC is in Urbana, Champaign. Oh, Sharon, where are you? So let me go back. Somebody's having a problem checking in. Did it expire? Oh, I still have some time. So over here on the right-hand side under books and tools, if anybody needs to check in, you click on that and then you scroll down to Quigley and you click on that and you put in the code. Got it? Okay. Okay. And then I also have a junior in high school who needs to get ready for college. And I just want to let you know that I don't know how you guys are like COD so far. They're one of the best graphic design schools around for undergraduates. When I went to Columbia, I noticed that all the students from COD were way ahead of everybody else. So if you guys do decide to transfer on, then you guys are going to be in good shape to go anywhere else. Is there going to be a large amount of you going on to four-year colleges? Anybody? Are you all going to get a job right after this? Sounds like it. There are a lot of jobs out there for junior graphic designers. If you can get an internship, that's a great way to get your foot in the door if you're going to go on to be a graphic designer.
I'm still debating if I should transfer or not. My counselor s- always told me that it's not really necessary because as long as I have a really good portfolio, it's easy to get a job or easier to get a job. I don't know what your like thoughts on that are.
I think that's true in a lot of senses. You can still get a really good job depending on your portfolio. You do have to have a really good portfolio though. And you'd start as a junior graphic designer. It's kind of a toss-up. There's a lot of both. You can start out as a junior graphic designer and get in your foot in the door that way. You can start as an intern and try that out for a while and see how that works out. If sometimes they'll hire you, sometimes they won't, and you go on to the next internship. And then there's the flip side of it. There's if you want to go higher up and you haven't already gotten your foot in the door, if you have a bachelor's, that does help a little bit more to get the higher end, like mid jobs. But you could definitely go right out of COD and get a job. Yeah, and to have a good portfolio is very important. And COD students really do have good portfolios. Okay. Here's what we're supposed to do today. So we already did attendance, and next we're going to do the syllabus. And then I don't know if anybody's had a chance to set up. I don't think anybody from this, maybe some people from this class have set up their Google Drives for this class. I don't know if anybody looked at that yet. Did anybody look at that yet? Yeah, Yasmin, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. And did somebody else have their hand up?
I did.
Yeah, then. Okay, I'll look out for your emails. That's cool. We'll take time to make sure that gets done today because you can't turn any projects in without that. So it's super important. Now we're gonna review the type journal, which is the first project that you have to start on right away, and exercise 1, which is due next, what is today? On Tuesday, next Tuesday. Well, my question is, do you guys have familiarity with, I know some of you do have familiarity with Illustrator, especially Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, good. So this won't be a surprise to you. Oh, you do too? Okay, good. Is there anybody that doesn't have a familiarity with Illustrator in particular? Okay.
Yeah, I never used it.
Yasmin never used it? Okay.
Mm.
So I just to make sure that there was no problems, I did set up some templates for people and at the beginning we'll use the templates and then slowly we're gonna learn how to use it on your own. So no worries. And then hopefully we'll get to the basics of typography. Okay. So that's the basics of typography. I'm going to go out of this and go into the syllabus. How do I want to get it bigger? Oh, wait. How's that? Is that good? All right. So everybody's in the right place. Oh, you know what? I wanted to double check because I know you guys checked in, but before you guys go, I want to make sure I have everybody that nobody's nobody's missing from the roster. I was gonna say somebody came into my first class this morning that wasn't on the roster, and I just want to make sure that that is not possible because you have to be registered for this class to do that. So, okay, okay. I'm gonna totally butcher everybody's name, so I'll try this. Yalen? Schmidt?
Yes, no, my last name is Blanco. I don't know why it's showing my merit name, but you have me like Blanco, Yalen Blanco.
Is it Yalen, right?
Yes, Yalen.
But okay, so do you want me to? So that's your home. But is it correct at COD? Blanco?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Chris Flores. Hello. Melissa Morrissey. Let's see. Can I find you? There you are. Okay, I'm gonna butcher this one. Darshani. Is that how you say it?
Darshane.
Darshani.
Close, very close.
Yasmin, I saw. Jack, I saw. Isabella, right? Isabella, yep. Tyler. Where's Tyler? Oh yeah, Tyler, hi. Sharon. Yep. Maria Ann. Is that the person we're missing? I think it is. Eric, gotcha. And Jason. Have a Jason? No, unless I'm missing somebody. Oh, yeah, there you are.
What?
Okay, got it. You're the
I'm
cup
right here.
guy. You're the cup. You're the kitty cat.
Yeah, I got that.
All right, cool. I think we're only missing one person, and if Maria Ann is here and I'm not seeing her, please let me know. Okay, so we're in the right place. Okay. So what is graphic design and why are you here? Or not graphic design, typography. I taught graphic design this morning. Okay, it's the study of letter forms and terms, classifications, and typeface selections, exploration of type mechanics, aesthetics, using type in a variety of design applications, and it examines structure, layout, information hierarchy, as well as relationship of type to image cultural content. I really like that last part, cultural content, because it has everything to do with cultural content. Okay, so we're going to meet every week, Tuesday and Thursday at 6:30 to 9:30, and you're required to participate in the presentations, demonstrations, and critiques. And obviously, you have internet access. Does everybody have Adobe Creative Cloud? Does anybody not have Creative Cloud? Cool. Does everybody have Microsoft 360? Huh?
That exists.
Yeah, 365 is 360, 365. So you get that as a student for free, and you can use it for, well, obviously your email, but you can also use it for, it has like Word, you get Excel, you get PowerPoint, Teams, I think even, and then I think there might be a Zoom in there too. So if you don't have that, log into it. I had a problem with one student this morning that didn't log into 365 and didn't have Duo app on their phone. Does everybody know about that? The Duo app? Or do you guys have to do that, right? Is there anybody that
What
okay,
is what is that? The Duo
Duo
app?
app? Yeah. I don't know if you guys have that.
It's like
My
FaceTime, but for Androids, right?
No, it's actually when you log in, and it might be just for me. I don't know if it's for students, but one
No,
student
it's
was
a
having
language app.
Oh, that's Duo. Wait, that's another one. Duo
Dual.
something. Duolingo, right?
Yeah.
So one student was having a hard time getting their email on their phone because they switched from an Apple to an Android, and it was telling them they had to do a Duo it's called Duo app, where it verifies it's you. So it's like a dual sign in. How do you say that? Authorization. So for me, I know I had to do it in multiple places, but it's I don't know if you can see this. I'll try and hold it up to the camera. It's like this little, it's called Duo Mobile. Wait, where's my computer? It's gonna let me go. No, 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 yes, yes, yes. Okay, no, 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 yes, no, no, yes, no.
You just turn the blur off on your background or something?
Maybe it's because I have a ring. Here, let me try turning off my ring light.
Wait,
Have a
it's
look.
this app, right? Is this one?
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's like a little green one. It looks like it says Duo on the top of it. So you need that to so Sharon, what is your experience with that?
I had it because I was at like another university. Like I think it was like what, like a scanning app, right? Or something like that.
Yeah, when you log into 360, Microsoft 360, 65 something, it'll say that you need to download this app and that you have to have that dual authentication, and it'll give you like a QR code you have to scan, and then it'll download the app, and then you have to set it up so that you can do the dual um what's it called? To get into your stuff. It happens when I log into like my email or Blackboard, mostly my email. I think only my email when I'm not on my phone. So that was a problem I ran into. I just want to make sure that we didn't have that problem with anybody. Okay, you all have desktop, laptops, computers, PCs. Does everybody have this amount of RAM and gigahertz? Because if you don't, then you might be a little slow for your computers. Okay, nobody has a problem with that. Is
Wait,
that a
how do we
couple?
find out if we know we have that many?
Oh, you do about on your computer.
A what?
You do about? Do you have a Mac or a PC?
Um, I think it's an HP laptop. I don't know if I think that's
Oh, that's
PC.
a PC. So
Okay.
I'm not a PC person. Does anybody know how to find out per gig or gigabytes on a PC? Is there a computer techie person?
You
It's
have to
usually in the
In
about.
settings?
go in settings and then system and all the way down to the about section for it.
System settings about. Thank you. Okay. So if you don't have that, you just might be a little bit slower and you might crash or you might have some problems running more than one thing at a time. There's a recommended book on here. I searched high and low to get a PDF of it, and I did find one, and I put a link to it in the resources section of the Blackboard. And then typographic systems of design, I found that one too, and I think I put a link into the resources for that one too. And there's a few of these recommended places that you should look into. Emory is a good one. That's a ton of information and history about typography. And typography posters is pretty cool to look at. Okay, so everybody's got preferred PC Mac, recommended education. You guys get it for free, don't you? You get Creative Cloud for free now, don't you?
Yes, we
As a
do.
student. Okay,
As
good.
long as you're registered in one graphic design class, you get access to all the programs.
Okay. Does everybody have some type of backup that you can use? Because I was taught back it up in 3 places. 3? Because you never know what might happen. So I use a terabyte. I use my hard drive on my computer, and then I also use Google Drive sometimes to put things on. If you put a lot on Google Drive, it'll eat up all your gigabytes on there. You get 15 right now. So I try not to like throw a whole bunch of pictures on there. Like when I'm doing a moon board, I try not to throw a bunch of stuff on there that isn't necessary. I only put on there what I need to so that I don't run out of space. So I don't know, does everybody have some type of backup? Or does anybody not have any backup? Please tell me you have
The
backup.
cloud?
Yeah, you should have it somewhere else as well because I usually want it somewhere on either a flash drive or a terabyte because, for instance, if your computer crashes, you can't get on your computer, you can always take that terabyte to a library, to the lab at school, to a friend's house, and use it somewhere else. You know, if some, coffee or whatever gets spilled on your computer and you're out of a computer for a week or longer, it's mobile. But even though it is in the cloud, sometimes I don't know if you guys have had this problem downloading from the cloud or when you log into someplace and you're trying to use the cloud, sometimes it's not always current on what you did last. I don't know if anybody's had that problem. Have you had that problem, Sharon, at all? No. Sometimes my cloud, I'll do something on one place, let's say my PC, and I want to go to my Mac. Sometimes, not all the times, especially it's usually when there's an update, it will be slow to get to there to go up to the cloud and come into my Mac or my laptop. So that is sometimes a problem. I don't know how much space you have on Creative Cloud, but once you're not done with Creative Cloud, it's gone. You have to download everything once you graduate. So that's another reason I am leery about doing the cloud, especially the Creative Cloud, because when it's up, you can't get into it anymore. And you have to download literally everything. And sometimes it's really hard because you have fonts in there that you used on projects that you would have to download or package all your projects. I didn't know if you guys were aware of that when your cloud is done, you're done. Or if you don't, yeah, even if you don't pay, if you close it at all, it's gone. Okay, does everybody have a scan app on their phone, Adobe Scan?
I don't have Adobe Scan, but there is a scan documents option on my Notes app on my phone.
You'll find that Adobe Scan is really cool. I don't know if you've ever tried it before.
I know.
It turns it straight into a PDF. It'll find whatever if you just I don't know what scanner you have. It also has a really good camera option on it. It takes sometimes better pictures than your actual phone. Actually, it does take better pictures than your actual phone, especially of documents or like detailed sketches. So you want to download that because you're going to be doing that a lot since we're online. Everything has to be scanned and uploaded. Since you're going to be doing possibly some sketch. Well, yeah, you are going to be doing sketches, definitely. You're going to want to scan those sketches, and sometimes you might want to image trace them. And if it's not a good image, the tracing's not going to come out as well.
There are also scanners available on campus.
That's right. If you are on campus.
Yeah. So I know they have some in the Mac area, like in some of the classrooms that they sometimes leave open. And then I know in the library, I think they also have a couple.
They also have there's a lab in the Mac on the first floor. There's some there. And then
Yeah.
there's also, I don't know if you guys know where the lab is for the graphic design. Do you guys know where that's at? It's right across from, like, right diagonally from the water fountains, if you guys have been in the Mac. There's a person there. I don't know if anybody knows Sean. He's the lab tech there, and there's also some scanners in there and some computers in there, I think, too. And students will go in there and work sometimes. Okay, everybody's got a sketchbook, tracing paper, mechanical pencils, erasers, fine point, Sharpies, glue sticks, X-Acto knives, masking tape. You guys,
When you say fine point Sharpie, does the like what's the name? What's micro pen works?
Micron
Yeah.
is really much better than a Sharpie.
Okay.
If you can get a Micron, a 0.03 or 0.05. It says
Okay.
7 and 5 here. Yeah, 3s are good to get if 7 or 5 will work. This is for pencils, but also for microns. 7 is kind of big for a micron. 3 and 5 is better. So if you don't have these supplies, you're gonna need to get them. And of course, this is not a complete list. And I think this paragraph just talks about printing, which if you're gonna go to the COD and print, it used to be that you can only print in the library. Is that still true?
I think unless you're part of a club, uh, you can't print on the imprint like the print center.
In the
You can only
library?
go to the library. Yeah.
What about the lab downstairs? Do they still have a printer there?
The one in the basement?
The one in the first floor of the Mac, yeah.
Oh, that
Because I
one,
think
I don't know.
last time I checked, they did have them, but I'm not sure anymore. I know that um, it's not used as much as it used to be. Okay. Students are expected to have all materials needed for class when they arrive each day. Failure to have the required materials for the class will result in the student being marked absent. I am going to assume that you are all going to have your supplies. And if you guys have a problem getting them, please just let me know. Okay, so required class resources, lynda.com. Is everybody familiar with lynda.com? What?
Isn't that the LinkedIn courses?
Yes. Yeah. So it's part of LinkedIn. It used to be LinkedIn Learning, I think, and now it's lynda.com.
My whole life, I've never heard of that. Sorry.
What?
Actually, I tried to find Linda and it kept on redirecting me to LinkedIn.
Right. So they're the same company now. LinkedIn bought Lynda, or LinkedIn dot or learning dot. What did I just say it was? It used to be called LinkedIn Learning. And now it's Lynda, and they are now merged. And so if you go to lynda.com, so when you go to lynda.com, it's still telling you that you're in LinkedIn. And when I did it, I think I signed in with my student or my teacher ID, and it took me to Lynda. So did you try that?
I signed in with my COD credentials and it sent me to a landing page of LinkedIn and it shows that there's a bunch of courses and classes.
That's it.
But it says LinkedIn.
Right. But it is linked. It is, but it's still considered Lynda.
It's because it's like a section of LinkedIn.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
See, it says LinkedIn Learning. I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at the courses I'm taking a course. So yeah, that's what it's called now. So you are required to have that. I'm surprised nobody's like very few people have heard of that because is nobody has this on their syllabus? It's required. Uh-uh.
I don't think it's required for all of the classes.
Okay.
It's more so if you want to like practice more, learn a little more.
Right, and it's also important to be on it so that you can go look up stuff that you don't know or you don't understand, or like you want to go over stuff that we went over in class because you can't remember everything if I didn't demo it and I didn't record it, which I'm still recording, right? I hope so. Um, there are also additional class resources or course resources. Um, You already obviously you have email and Blackboard the first week. Can't be here without that. Okay, so these are the two. This one and the next section are the ones that I cannot take out of the syllabus. So I'm sure you guys are familiar with these. They're required course objectives. So what you're supposed to learn in this class, upon completion, successful completion, you're going to be able to describe historical development of type, classification or classify various categories of anatomy of type, recognize aesthetic value of type-based designs, interpret psychological and emotional cultural aspects of type design, create and edit content, text and image for design projects, develop designs using computer and design software, demonstrate creative use of typography through the completion of design projects, define a hierarchy of information in type design, design and element layouts and layout grids, construct finished design presentations, review and analyze finished designs and in group critiques. And what we're going to go over in order to accomplish these things is the history of typography, type families, typographic terms, and anatomy of typography. And this one's important because you're going to have a test on it, I think at the end of the course. So this is important. Type design and structure, type mechanics, typographic hierarchy, syntax and communication, psychological, emotional, and cultural effects of type, expressive typography, multi-page layouts, layout grids, typographic specifications, content generation, and correspondence to image. And of course, this can all change. The projects, the syllabus, the due dates, because of course we don't know what's going to take time and what's not going to take time. And here's the method of evaluation. There's also a rubric at the end of this that'll show you for each project how you're going to be graded on those projects and what I'm looking for on the projects. Basically, it's to work hard, do the work, be creative, be neat, have quality. And it all depends on the complexity of the projects and your eye and your ability to look at things and create things according to what the principles of design are. And of course, how you're doing on critiques. Deadlines. Deadlines must be met. Work must be finished as per the given requisites. Projects that are not complete at the beginning of the critique will be considered late. I do have the due dates at the beginning of class, I think, on most of these. And what I usually do is have them due at the beginning, and then we start the class with critiques so that we get through the critiques and then we can get on to the next project. If a student is not present for a project critique, the final deadline, either excused or unexcused absence, work must be handed in on the day the student returns to class. Students who don't meet the deadline will lose at least one letter grade, a written presentation must be handed in for any missed critiques. So don't miss critiques. If you can help it, don't miss them. Because I don't want anybody to have to lose a grade. This is all about backing up your work. And this part is about if it's no excuse, if the dog ate it. The dog ate my work. If you lost your files because you should be backing them up somewhere. Critiques. Your critiques are going to be group discussions, will be held throughout the semester. Attendance is mandatory and will be contributing factor to determine the grade. They should include information concerning the student's personal interpretation of the problem, as well as the relationship of the problem solution to design elements and issues. So basically what this paragraph is saying, I will paraphrase, is when you do a critique, both for yourself and for others, you need to talk about your piece with using the design elements and using the language of graphic design. And also we criticize the work, not the person making the work. So it's not like, oh, I just don't like the color, or I just don't like the way that they did that. You have to back it up with reasoning and good design principles for that. Everyone is expected to show up and participate and contribute. Tests, lecture notes, and handouts may be given to you throughout the semester, which I'm giving you a lot. You are expected to read everything. Keep all handouts and take notes when necessary. Pop quizzes or scheduled written tests may be given on covered materials during the semester. Probably not. Students may be given out-of-class exercises and written assignments. These may include such things as research reviews, analysis, and topics related to the course. So this pretty much pertains to this part down here, pertains to like the type journal that you're going to have to do on your own time throughout the semester. I don't know if everybody's had a chance to look at that. Makeup policies. If a student is not present for the project critique, work must be handed in on the day the student returns, like it said above. Written presentations must be handed in with any missing, which is of above. Work may be made up at the date determined by the. I think that's conflicting information right there. I'm going to go look through that again. Attendance. This is super important. I think I put this in the email that if you're late by 15 minutes or you leave by 15 minutes early, then everybody gets 30 points for the entire semester for attendance. If you leave early or come late by 15 minutes, you're going to have a 50% off of those points. So please, please be on time and don't leave early. Unless I say, hey, let's go, we're out of here. Of course, you're expected to arrive punctually and share knowledge and reactions with other students and the instructor. I think it's really important as designers to collaborate and to talk to each other and to really just share information with each other, because that's how we learn and that's how we grow. I mean, you can't draw in a vacuum, but it becomes like, I don't know if anybody else has had this problem. You're designing something and you're just like, does this look okay? Should I change this? Should I change that? What do you think of this? What do you think of that? We really need each other. Absence policies, unexcused absences. Result in an lowering of the grade. Excused absences may include illnesses, injuries, and if anybody has any of that, like a major injury, you can also go to Access and Accommodations and get a temporary accommodations, just to let you know that. You must have a signed note or a letter on official stationery from a physician. If you do have any of that, please let me know. Death in the family, natural disaster, which I'm becoming more frequent. Professional, school-related activities. Is anybody in a club here or anything like that, or sport? You are? Are you an AIGA or no? Sorry. It's always like when the waitress comes, is everything good? You're eating.
Yeah, I was eating a snack. I'm in a club in school for the business club, but most of the meetings are like they're not
No.
going to, yeah.
Okay, good. I think the next one is the attendance policy again, final exam critiques. Okay, so the final exam critique period during the scheduled exam week is mandatory. Yeah, I think there's a final and a critique. A final critique and the test, the type test. So you guys got to show up for that. And that's
There's a
a good chunk.
test.
Yeah, we're almost to
Is it
that.
like,
It's a
is it
3-hour
for,
written essay. I'm just kidding. No, it's a type test. It's basically going to be about the anatomy of type. So I don't even remember. It's worth a few points. So, and I just put the schedule up today. I have in the schedule time to study for that test towards the end of the semester. Everybody knows about withdrawals and where you need to do that. If you need to go, withdraw for any reason, go to the registration office, and there's also a registration calendar on my Access. I just realized how hard it is to talk for so long. Students with disabilities, now is the time to make sure that you have your access and accommodations done. If you think you're going to need it all, please do it. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. I don't know if you guys have been in other classes about plagiarism. Have you guys talked about this at all, especially with AI? Right. Um, so basically there's a book called Steal Like an Artist, and it basically talks about we are all artists and we all steal, and there's no way of not having the visual memories and information from the artist, or also looking at other artists for inspiration, but we don't take that and just use it for ourselves. That's basically what plagiarism is. And I don't know how. We had this discussion a lot about AI and using AI, and it's a difficult thing right now because there's so little rules about it. So if you're ever in doubt, ask me if you're um think that you're stepping over the bounds. Oh, okay, I'm looking for when I'm sharing, I can't see anything there until I click like on a little button. All right, I'm gonna go get like a throat lozenge so that I can keep talking and not having to drink water. I'll be right back.
Hi, I have a question. I think we should create a group, I don't know where, just to keep everything on that group, like all the assignments that are due, that are upcoming, because it's always helpful. Just because we're not meeting in person, it's always helpful to like have someone, and like maybe they will remind you of something that is due if you guys want to. I think it's a good idea, but you don't have to. We can I think we could use GroupMe or just a regular iMessage like group
I
or
think Discord could also work since you can have it on your computer and phone. It's easier for sending files.
yeah, that too. So I don't know.
I could use Discord. I have an account in Discord.
Yeah, same.
I think there is a way to like know the emails of like all the students in the class through Blackboard. So if someone wants to create the group, I haven't used Discord, so I don't know how to create it, but I can download it and like make sure I have it. Um, so yeah.
Whoever that was it Isabel that suggested a group? That's a great idea. I definitely think you should do it.
Yeah, it
Like
was me.
like you said, it's since you guys aren't
But
meeting in person.
yeah, because last semester I had almost all of my classes online. I felt like I was going to school to a whole because I didn't know anyone from my classes, and I also didn't have like anyone to ask a question or something except for like the instructor. And it was so hard because it was so uncomfortable to text someone that you didn't even know how it looked like or like you never saw before. So yeah.
Yeah. Like I said before, it's like a whole, like you need somebody to say, hey, how's this look? What do you think? I think it's super important. I have done that where I had during COVID, especially, I did a lot of classes online, and that's exactly what happened to me. Oh my God, a kitty. Kitty. Hello. Okay.
Kitty. I also got a cat.
I got distracted by a kitty.
I also have a cat. Look at my camera.
Kitty, kitty.
Look at my kitty.
Oh, they're almost like the same. Like yours, Isabel is more white colored. That one's more ta like a tiger. Gabby. Yeah, sorry. I got this. Oh, something shiny. Um, okay. Class performance. If you do miss a project, please reach out to me. Don't always depend on your classmates. Some could, miss something that was important or didn't write everything down. I am also planning on having the class recordings on Blackboard. So if you want to sit through an entire thing for Blackboard, you can. I'm going to be creating I did create a YouTube channel to put the recordings on, and then I will put the link in Blackboard for you guys to go back to them, especially demos. So please don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Um, online, and here they are, here they are. Online critiques. Log into class, of course, mute your mic. When not presenting, work in quiet room during the online class session. Mandatory, your cameras are on. All class sessions will be recorded for educational purposes. And here are, I think I can go up a little. Up a little. There we go. Can you guys see all that? I think that's it. Yeah, the test is 20 points, so no stress about the test. It's like the last week of class. I remember when I was going to COD, some instructors didn't even have like finals week. We finished everything early. But now they're having us make sure that we have a final stuff during finals week. So the type journal, I think, is due during finals week, and the test. So the type journal is all semester long, and the test is we study for it throughout, so it shouldn't be that tough. Okay. And then here are the projects. So most important thing I want to talk about is the type journal, which will go into the actual assignment when we're done here. The type journal is a semester ongoing project due, this is wrong date, sorry. I think it's May 22nd. That's last day of class, right? Or that week sometime. Throughout the semester, you will conduct collect sample photography. This can be from personal sketches, photos, items cut from magazines, mail, found scraps of paper on the street, or cut out bits of packaging and online stuff. So whatever you find that you find is interesting and you want to share with the group, please get a hold of that, hold on to it, and every week you're going to collect those and keep those for a weekly like journal. And then the project one is not due until mid-February, so we're not going to worry about that right now. So these are the projects. We're going to go through expressive type, single letter form design project, type fundamentals book project, a type design research paper, which it's only 200 to 250 to 300 words, which is like what, a page, maybe a page and a half. I must include a minimum of these 7 things: the name of the designer, the birth date, and date of death, basic biography, name of typeface created, classification of noted typeface, the year the typeface, why is that in there twice? Name of typeface created, so the year the typeface was created, basic information about the typeface and personal critique and why you like it or dislike it. You should also find a quote by the type designer to use in your final type design book. So that's going to be a big, depends on who you pick. Some have a lot of information out there and some don't. And then we're going to do a type design book, which is going to be cool. That one's going to be fun. And then these are the ones that I think I put in the email that this is going to be a fast-paced class, but these exercises, we're going to go through several of them fairly quickly within the first couple weeks, and they're just designed to practice your how to move type around, what you can do in Illustrator with it, and basically just trying different types and what they do. So the big one is the first one is due on is the 30th? When is the 30th? Next class, right? Yeah. Exercise 1 is due Thursday. So who hasn't used Illustrator? Who was it? Was it Yasmin that hasn't used Illustrator before? Okay.
Yeah.
You have it? Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'll try to get to like a short little like introductory thing to Illustrator before we go today to help show you basics of it. And then exercise 2 is to explore the ability a designer has to change the appearance of text by modifying lettering, tracking, sizing, and these are terms that you're going to want to know for the whole life. Lettering, tracking, sizing, crowning, I think that's one that should be in there. Using the same copy, you will change the overall density of the page. Let's do another super easy one. So the rest of these, and there's the final type exam. So vocabulary matching and filling in the blanks from reading assignments, lectures, make sure you know the terminology to match. For example, all these like things right here. I have in Blackboard basically a type anatomy cheat sheet, and I think it's called anatomy cheat sheet, that you should be able to find all these terms on. And then here's the rubric. It's 10 points or 10 different topics. And depending on the project, most of them are 60 points or 50 points. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so the ones that have Behance on them are 70 points. And I only put one here. One is required, preferably more. Is everybody familiar with Behance? Okay. So if you want to get a job, you need a portfolio. And Behance is a free portfolio platform. And you're supposed to have at least one project from each class for Behance. And I need to find my notes. I was told that there is going to be a competition. Has anybody heard about this? For a large sum of money for scholarship. And they're going to base some of it off your Behance. So if anybody's looking for a scholarship, then you're gonna want to make sure that your Behance looks really good. Because everybody's second year? No. Second semester, probably, right? Typography second semester?
I'm first
Yeah.
semester.
First semester? Okay.
Yeah.
So how many classes are you taking?
4.
You could have 4 projects on there. So that's more than some people that have been doing this for a while that you could get. I'm gonna look to see what it was, if I can find it. Behance. I think it was, I want to say $5,000. It's a big chunk of money. The contest. Yeah, $5,000 scholarship. I think it's connected to portfolio night, and they're gonna base a lot of it off of your Behance. So please make sure that's why it's required. At least one. Put it up on Behance. And we'll go through that when we get there.
We can also follow each other on Behance.
Yes.
And
Yes,
just
you should.
interact with like our art and our stuff. And that helps us grow more with like audience too.
Right. Exactly. You're right. Thank you for reminding me of that. Okay, so is that everything? Okay, that's everything in the syllabus. Okay. Okay. So where are we at on the presentation? So I downloaded the presentation. It's right here. I'm in the student view, so you should be able to see it. This is one of them. This is the presentation. Okay, where are we at? Google. So has everybody started their Google Drive? How many have not?
Yeah, I've set mine up.
Okay. So for those of you who have not, do you know how to?
I did it, but I have a quick question.
Yeah.
So in the PDF that you like submitted for us to like explain how we had to set up the Google Drive,
Yes.
under like one of the folders, you have like multiple folders. Do you want us to do that in each folder?
Yes.
So like there, project 2, and then you have artwork, fonts, final file. You want me to do that, or that
Right here.
it's just gonna go into project 2?
No, for every folder, you're going to do this. So just start with project one, like the first like couple exercises at least. This is a lot to get done. So I'm not expecting you to have all this done right this second, but start with the type journal and the exercise because those two are going to be the most important right away. And it says right here, repeat for exercises.
So those five folders, I don't know how to call them, are
Yeah.
going into each of project 1, project 2, project 3, project
Yes, exactly.
4.
Yes. So let's just say
Okay.
this is project 1. Yeah, you'd have an art folder. I don't say fonts folder. Well, this should include any typefaces used in your file. I'm gonna have to, because downloading fonts, I'm gonna have to take a reminder on how to do that because I usually just package my full files and that takes the fonts with it. So the previous typography teacher that helped me with this, she was into downloading the fonts, so I'm gonna check into that one. So you're gonna also save your final AI file here and your final PDF file here under project 2. So like all your artwork would like include sketches and like your mood board, images and things like that. And you also have to share it with me. Does everybody know how to share a file? Share a folder.
I think I forgot I forgot. Bleh. I forgot to share it. My bad.
I have Google open right now to show you. I don't think I do.
When I shared it with you, it said that it was asking me if I wanted to share it even if it wasn't a Gmail account. Do you still get it if it's not an email? I mean, if it's not a Gmail?
I still get the link. So I think I got yours. I get an
Is
email saying that you shared it with me.
Okay.
Is the email to share it? Is it just
King
KingJ65?
J? Yeah, it's
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
kingj65@cod.edu. Is that the email I'm supposed to share my Google
Yeah.
Drive folder with?
Yeah.
Editor, blah 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 blah.
Yeah. Can organize, add, edit privileges. So yeah, edit.
When I typed in that email address, a yellow letter I with a circle around it popped up saying no Google account found.
Oh, you know what? Some people have had problems with sharing outside of Google. This is the first one that I've seen that's had a problem sharing outside of Google. Has anybody else had a
Could you could you check if you got mine? Because I did it earlier. Um, but I did
You should
get a
need like an
notification.
achievement name or something.
I did get a notification saying like it was asking me if I wanted to share it with that email, even if it wasn't a Gmail. And I said yes. And then it said it was sharing with that person. But then I don't know if it actually went through. So if you can
Yeah, I'm gonna
tell me.
check right now.
I clicked share anyway, despite the warning, and it said and I'm checking the permissions. It says owned by you, shared with unnamed.
That's interesting. Has anybody else gotten that one? I got yours.
I had that
Surely
same
Isabel.
that's
error
not
yesterday. I'm not sure if you
surely
got
that's
mine
not a
yet or
bad
not.
thing, right?
Isabella, when you did it, because I got yours for sure. Trying to see if I got anybody else's. Did anybody else share theirs with me yet? Oh wait, I think Jack, you
I
said you
sent
I just
mine
did.
shared mine.
yesterday, so I'm not sure if you saw it or yet or not.
I
Shared
sent
mine
mine
as well.
yesterday,
I
Yes.
just I just shared mine like a few moments ago.
I
and
got
mine says
Jack's.
that I'm the owner and you're the editor.
Okay, so I'm looking up everybody's. I got Jack's. I got Isabella. Isabella, where are you? Isabella. And oops,
Did you get mine?
I am gonna look. Okay. Hmm. Oh, I did. So I'm gonna butcher this name
Oh,
again
okay.
until I can get it right. Wylan? Yalen?
Yaelin.
Yeah, I got it right the second time. Yalen. Okay, so I got Yalen. Where are you, Yalen? Okay, and Jason. Jason, I just got yours.
Nice.
Where is Jason? Okay, and let's see. Tyler.
Just
Because yeah,
sending it
if
now.
okay. Because oh, I got another Tyler person in another class. Because you can't submit your projects without it. Sharon. Are you working on it, Sharon?
Me?
I just got Melissa's. Okay.
I just shared mine.
Okay. So, Sharon. What's your last name, Sharon? Find it.
Amaning. Maning.
I don't think I have yours yet.
Oh, I haven't done it yet.
Oh, okay. I'm just going through everybody. So Tyler, did you say you just sent it?
Yeah, I just sent it.
Okay. Okay, I don't have it yet. No, I don't have it yet. So maybe it's delayed. Um, hmm, okay. Melissa, yeah. Yasmin, I got Yasmin's. Sharon, Eric. What is this? Tyler. Okay, and let me check if I got Eric's. Eric. Yep, I got Eric's. Chris. Chris. Chris, did you not do it yet? I think Chris and Sharon are still working. Those are the only two I've left, I think. It's Chris and Sharon. Did you guys have any questions at all?
Do I have to do the whole like all of the files
No,
like or
I
like
said,
okay.
so what do you want to do is do the type journal first and the exercise one first.
Oh
And
no,
maybe,
I mean, can I share it without like making the files right now so I can make them later if that makes sense? The folders I mean.
oh, make all the folders. Have you gotten any of them in there? Or are you just starting to set it up?
I'm
Like,
just
do you have
starting to
this?
set it up.
So
Yeah, I'm
you have
saying
to
like
have this one.
can I make that one first and share that and then make the other folders under it, like the working files, final
Yeah,
files
yeah,
later? Okay. Thank you.
yeah. You're welcome. It's just by the time you turn it in, you have to have that folder. You have to have your work in that folder. And then what you're going to do is you're going to share your link to that folder, to that particular folder, so I can look at it. Okay. Can anybody else hear that pounding? Okay, good. Kids. One of my kids is downstairs
I
beating
would
beating on something. I have no idea.
not on hear it.
Great. I'm glad you can't. Because it's driving me crazy. Okay. How's it going, Chris? Were you able to get, do you need any help?
No, I'm just still like in the process of creating all the folders, but I should be pretty done, or I should be done pretty soon.
Do you just want to show share the main folder, the first folder?
Oh yeah, I
So
can do that
like
right now.
I think, oh no, that one. Yeah, this one. I think what Sharon was asking is she could just share the very first one, so like this one, and then create
Oh
the
yeah,
other files later.
yeah, I can share it right now.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure nobody has any questions. Y'all understand how to do it before we leave today, because that's important. Okay. Assignments. Okay, so I keep thinking I'm in my teacher view, but they're in the student view. Okay, so as you can see, it's due on the 5/22. And here's the rubric if you want to take a look at it. Okay, we started on today and it's due on the 22nd and it's 16 pages, landscape PDF titled. And this is what you're supposed to title it and submit it to Blackboard. So this is the title right here. This whole long thing right here. And you submit it to Blackboard. So what you're going to do is throughout the semester, students collect sample typography, as we talked about before, scraps of paper and such, photos, sketches, anything you want. And then you're going to use this universal template, which I'm going to show you in a minute. And label each entry with this information. Thank you. And you must have it completed 16 entries by the 22nd. So if you want to do all of them, in 2 weeks or one a week, it's up to you what you want to do. And each page should have this at the top, which I'll show you. And the final name should be this. And save the PDF to your Google Drive journal, type journal folder, and then submit a link to Google Drive. A link to your Google Drive in the comment section of the assignment. So this is an example of what it's going to look like. So did it say somewhere in here? I think it's 2 a week. A total of 16, all journal entries. 16 total.
Isn't this a 16-week course?
It is, yeah.
So it would be like one a week now.
Yeah, you could do that, but I also had the universal document set up for 2 on one page. So you could also do that instead of 1 on one page. You could do 2 on a page. But this person set this up so there was 2. These are actually from different
So
people.
is it just like an image and then description why you like it and if it can
Yeah. Description of type, classification of type, why this caught your eye, or why you like it. That's it. So
The
that's
description of type has to be like technical or it can be with like our own words.
it can be your own
Because what I read,
words because you're not going to really know what's on the image a lot of the times because you're not going to recognize, oh, that's, Garamond or that's Helvetica. So just what you liked about the type in general.
okay. Yeah, because there it says thin and easy to ready. And I was like,
I think it means easy to read, maybe that's what they were trying to say,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
A little bit typo. Okay, so that's type journal. And you put the link right here at the bottom here. Until you put a link in there, I can't grade it. It doesn't register. Okay, so these are the other projects. That's the
I have
project
a
one.
question
Yeah.
regarding the journal. So we post the pictures each week in Google Drive, and do we submit each week a note that we posted it at the end
No,
of the semester?
this is all on your own. So
Okay.
you put it all together yourself in an Illustrator file I'm going to give you, which it should have been. Let me make sure. Is it at the top? The universal file. Let me make sure. I know I can. Oh yeah, universal template, Illustrator template right here. You can download it.
Okay, so um this is like on our own. We just submitted once we're done with the 16. Um and then the first project, the first assignment that we have due Thursday is at the 50 um the expressive words, and we have to do 50 sketches.
This project one is not the first project. So let me go to just to pull your jets. Okay, where is it? Did I not make it? Oh yeah, tentative schedule. Stay calm. Okay, so here's the tentative schedule. Here we are today. Welcome. And we're going through the Google Drive and syllabus. We're going to go over the exercise one and then typography journal. We're doing it backwards because I don't want to, I have to share my screen to show the Illustrator files. So I'll do that after. And if we have time, we'll get to type basics. But I just want to make sure that we have enough time for you to understand the projects and to understand exercise one before we leave. Because it's a one-page thing. It's super easy. And you know, I was gonna say you could do it in Google, but you're not gonna have enough fonts if you try to do it in Google or Word. Okay. What was I doing? Exercise one. Due on the 30th at 6:30. Yay! Submit link. BB, I'm sorry. I should have typed that up Blackboard. Let me take a deep breath. Exercise one. Finding fonts for expressive expression. From the list of 12 words, you will work with within Adobe Illustrator. The object of this exercise is to expand your awareness in typefaces and how they may be used to reinforce an idea to complete a message. A quote from Martin Solomon. A character or mood is created beyond the words or message. It is as if the letters are wearing a uniform or costume, ready to perform within a designated stage area or space. Here are it says choose 12. Here are, I think 20, right? You're going to choose from these words. After you choose your words, you're going to explore the fonts, weights, letter spacing, upper versus lowercase. And this is supposed to be fun and quick. Don't stress about this. It's for your own learning how to use tools and what you can do with it and what different fonts look like. Use font size 20 or larger. Use the universal template that was attached to project one, but it is also in the resources section. Change each page to reflect the name. There's going to be a little name in the top right-hand corner. Type the name of the font, the typeface you use next to the word you selected. Place 2 words per page for a total of 6 pages. All right. You don't need to put any information in the box below the 2 squares. And then you'll see what I'm talking about when I take you to the universal AI file. The final should be saved with this name as an AI file, but you should also save pages 1 through 6 as a PDF for posting. Save both of those to your Google Drive, exercise folder 1, and submit a link to the PDF file in Blackboard.
Question. So you want us to save the AI version and also a PDF under the folder in
Yes.
Google Drive? Okay. But only
Yes.
submit the link to the PDF one
Yes.
on Blackboard.
Yes.
Okay.
Here's an example of just, these are not it says 2 on a page, right? So that 2 words per page. This is in a list form. The example is, it's not 2 per page. It's not like side by side. 1 square. You'll see in the example, there's a square and a square, and you put 1 in each square. So these are just as an example of trying different fonts and seeing what you like and what kind of expression each one of those fonts makes. Please, please pick fonts that are readable, because there's some that aren't, and there's some that are super hard to read. This makes sense? I know you guys haven't seen the AI file yet, but it will make more sense, because in order to do that, I have to stop sharing. Are you guys ready? Let me make sure. Let me go into, before I leave here, I want to make sure you guys have resources. Okay. Yay, resources. A lot. Here's the type anatomy. Here's a list of professional typefaces to use. Here's an example, that same example that we saw before of the type journal. Here's some templates and examples. So if you guys want to look through these, get an idea of, each example or each exercise. What? It's empty. This one? Wait, what just happened? Oh no, I
The
didn't get to
folder
the A
below
file.
typography anatomy, that one's empty.
This one. You are right. Okay. Hold on. That is an important one. I'm going to exit student. I have to move people around. You're floating all over my desk. Okay, here we go. The back door. Where did it go? Resources. I probably just didn't turn on the little, it's not there. Ah, see the little hidden thing. Now it should be there. Let's make sure. If you guys find any other ones that don't have anything in it, let me know. I just probably forgot to turn on the little eyeball. What? Okay, hold on. Did you guys not just see me turn that on? Was it me? Did I miss that?
I don't think you updated
I
it for
didn't.
the students yet.
I can see it. It has 2 folders, type of anatomy cheat sheet
This one, can you
and
see
type
it?
of anatomy in terms. Yeah,
Okay, you
I
can see
just
them
had to
both.
refresh the page.
Okay, good. That's probably what the problem was.
The,
Okay. I'm sorry,
the
what?
typography anatomy files are visible, but like not the ones in professional typeface.
Okay, let me go down. This one? Thank you. Visible.
Yeah,
There we go.
visible.
Okay. Good to know. Resources. Type anatomy, cheat sheets and terms. Like, if you guys look at this one, it's like You're not going to have to know all these. Like some of these, I was like, what? I never even heard of the bilateral serif or the vertex. I have never heard of the vertex. There's another one that's not used a lot. Apex. Unless you're a typographer and you create type, some of these you're not going to know. It's like overwhelming. 37 things. I'm not going to do that to you. The other one is the cheat sheet. This is the one that you're going to want to know really well. These are the basics of typography. The other one's more advanced. Does that make sense? This one. So this is a long list of profession. I wanted to give this to you guys because I felt like when I got this list, I was like, what? This is all about typography and all the really good ones that are used over and over again and are professional and used. You could probably find every kind of logo using one of these or some version of it, unless they've created their own word mark. So at first, we're going to use Helvetica a lot because Helvetica has like a massive amount of options and it's the most professional. And I forgot where I was going. Did somebody have a question that I was answering? No. I wanted to go out and do something before we went into Illustrator. Oh, that was the resources file. Okay. So there's all these examples, and then down here we also have web resources. Please let me know if you can't see these. We're gonna go through this one with the future is really good. It's got Christo in it, and it's super easy to understand typography. Love it. Also, does everybody have Netflix, or does anybody have Netflix? There is.
I have
Go ahead.
I do.
I have a Netflix account. I don't watch Netflix often.
The reason I ask is, they have a series called Abstract on there, and it's all about. There's one for architecture and fashion, but there's also one in there for typography. Jonathan and Tobias are in that, and they created Rockwell and a
What?
ton. They're typographers. It's called Abstract series in Netflix. If you have Netflix, please watch it. I tried to get it on YouTube, but they haven't released it on YouTube yet. It's awesome. It's very fascinating. And they also have one on graphic design, which is really good. This one by PBS is really good too. It's I wouldn't say it's as good as Netflix, but it's good. And this is a game. If we'll get to that later about Carney. Okay. Let me stop sharing and make sure that we understand the Illustrator. Let me find my Illustrator. Illustrator, here it is. Can everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So this is the universal template. It's made in particular for your type journal. It has 16 panels, I think, right? Four, yep. 16 panels. So you could download this and just label it your type journal and you're done. Because it has underneath of, and I'm going to zoom in. So let's just say we're on artboard 1. This is called an artboard. For those who don't know, you create an artboard with this. Just make an artboard, and you got an artboard. I've already made all the artboards for you, and I've created, remember, oh, I'm sorry, Isabella.
Yes, I have a question. Uh, is there a way to make the artboards be closer to each other?
Close?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's
can I
a
ask?
artboard move tool.
There is. I was gonna show it, but I'm just curious, why do you want them to be
No,
closer? 'Cause
it
usually I want them to
it's
be farther.
it's not for this project, but
Oh, okay.
uh I was designing like a post for Instagram and I wanted like all the pictures to like kind of like go together. And because they're not closer, the pictures are not like aligned.
Overlapping.
So yeah. So that's why I was asking. Just it's for something else. It's not for this
Yeah, I know
project.
what your format you're doing. I've done that before. Um, I know why you have to keep them overlapping for the next
Yeah.
slide. This is how you do it. So you go to this icon here. If you don't have it, you can find it in Windows artboards right there. And it'll open up this panel and you'd go to rearrange artboards. And then you can say how far apart you want them. So let's just say I want them to be 5 inches apart. It says move all artwork with artboard. You definitely want that checked. And if you have
Yeah.
any layers that are locked, they will not move. So you have to make
Okay.
sure all your layers are unlocked.
Okay.
So if you want to see how that works. Oh, and if I could tell you, you can also tell it what direction you want it to go in.
Okay.
Because
That's
if
cool.
you
Okay.
can tell it across and down,
Mm,
a zigzag all the way across. So that just a little handy tip for everybody who doesn't know that.
thank
Jack?
you.
Thank you, Jack. Okay. So here's your information you're going to put in. You can add it here. Um, this is just a box. You can put your images in here. And this is where you put the name of the file. Every artboard has, oh, I'm in the wrong one. I want to be in layers. Layers, where are my layers? Let me go out a bit. Make sure. I'm on the right layer. You see how the top is, just the name is changing? So if you want to change all that stuff, I put everything in this folder up here. Yasmin. So just to let you know, this arrow right here, up here in the left corner, the black one, that's how you select stuff. And if you want to, you won't have to because you're just gonna basically take an image. Let's just say I'm gonna make a rectangle. Switch it. And you can just go up and click the arrow again, and you can just drag and drop your little image right there. And then you double click on the box to change the text. And I just did Command T to zoom in, or you can use the little tool over here, the magnifying glass, to zoom in. You can double click on the text to change it, highlight it, and you can type whatever you want. Oh, you guys might run into a problem. Let me see. Yeah. So I did this thing where you copy to all pages, the same thing. So you might run into some of them might be copied more than once. So if you run into that problem, just delete it and um there'll be one box instead of two if you run into that problem. So you're just going to type whatever you want in here and to hit return, keep typing, return, keep typing. And I will remind you again, Sean is a great resource. He does open workshops. I think, I'm not sure what day of the week, if you need help, or you can send me an email and I'll try and help you with whatever you need. But he should be able to help you too. Does anybody feel like they need more help in this? Because I know Illustrator is very confusing for the first time when you first start using it. And everything except for the name up here is in this layer.
Well, I forgot what to do with the black square again. Oop.
Oh, this is just an example of your picture. Whatever
Oh,
you're gonna
okay.
take a picture of. So that's just gonna be your picture.
Okay.
And then in this same form or format is where we're going to put all the words for the assignment due Thursday.
Right. So there's 16 artboards, right? You don't need 16 artboards, right? You need 6. You can delete the rest of them. So what you're
Because
gonna do, I'm sorry, what?
we're doing only 12 words.
Right.
Okay.
Right. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can either delete the extra artboards, which you can do in the artboard panel here. You can delete them and just drag them and drop them. Or you can go up here and delete them. You can highlight all of them and delete them all at once. Or you can just, when you export your PDF, just export those pages. And if you don't know how to do that, you do export as, I can't remember, it's Illustrator's one way, and then what's it called? InDesign's a different way. Like you have to do save as in InDesign, but in Illustrator it's export. So you're gonna do PDF, and then you're gonna choose a range of artboards. So you just do 1 through 6, and you'd export it that way. Does that make sense? And if you guys want to download it now and try it out, you could do that. And if you have any questions, in fact, maybe you should do that. Because I want to walk you through any kind of problems or questions that you guys might have. Sorry, I'm making myself crazy.
What should we call this again?
I'm trying to remember. Here, let me switch over real quick to, what does it say? It's in Blackboard. It says exercise 1. It's probably just your last name. Okay, it's graphic design. It's basically GR. See the name of the file at the top? It's going to be named the same, GRDSN 14 or 1104 underscore first initial last name underscore type exercise 1. Yeah, I'm gonna copy it and put it in the chat. Ooh, I have 6 messages and I didn't see them. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Somebody already did it for me. You guys are on it. Thank you, Jack. Okay. Jason. Where are you, Jason? What's up?
What you think,
Did you have a
Jack? For
question?
something I thought
Oh,
you'd think
he put in
Darsh.
the little picture of the artboard in the
Where?
chat.
Oh, oh,
In
okay.
this chat, not in the group chat.
Oh, okay.
So Jack, if you're graduating or you're finished this semester, this is your last class,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do when you're done?
Hopefully find a job. I've been struggling to find work for almost a year now.
Yeah.
Hoping a degree will help with it.
What problems have you run into? Do you want to
Just
enlighten everybody how it
getting
goes?
ghosted and just not being 100% qualified for a job, I guess. There's a million and one things. it's it's a
AI.
struggle, but you'll find it eventually.
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
that I know it's happening right now is that a lot of the companies are having as a prerequisite have like at least 2 years or 3 of experience,
That's true.
which is which is crazy because there's a lot of people that are just getting out of school, and how are you asking them for like a 3 year experience in a job?
Freelance as much as you can.
yeah,
It's yeah. Right
yeah.
now,
Put yourself out there, whether you're, starting out as graphic design or you have a couple years under your belt. Just reach out,
Yep.
say, "Hey, I just
yeah,
see you need some artwork done."
I feel like a lot of uh the opportunities right now are because of networking, like just network with anyone from like
Hmm.
any company that you can. Because sometimes you don't have the 2 years, but they know you and they know your work. So they are like, okay, let's give you an opportunity or like at least an internship so you can have some experience. But yeah, I think the 2 year and 3 year gap of like experience is crazy for like someone who's like starting or looking to start.
I think it's even the millions of thousands of bazillion job applications I've looked at or LinkedIn things. It's like they want the moon and the stars. They want you to have, if you don't have a degree, they want you to be able to do social media and coding and Illustrator and Photoshop and editing and have 5 years experience for an entry level position.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, you kind of have to be a jack of all trades, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm trying right now. Just building up my resume too, like having certificates in different areas inside of like graphic design and like the creative world, because that
yeah.
will just add a little more of like power into my application. Um, because if I just wait for the experience, like I've been working uh with some like freelance projects and things like that, but that doesn't add up to 3 years of experience. But at least I have a backup of uh like web design, like web page design and things like that that are also helpful.
I'm confused.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Will we be able to come back to the recording to see the demo again, or no?
If all goes well, yes, it says I'm recording right now. I then have to take that and download it to YouTube, put it on my YouTube channel, and then give you the link to my YouTube. So it might take a minute to get that done. Did you have a question?
Well, I do have, yeah, another question. When we download the Adobe Illustrator thing, um, it's a monthly payment, and on the syllabus, did it say that there's a student discount for that?
Okay, that is a good question, and I should have not assumed that you had Creative Cloud already. You
When
get Creative
you
Cloud when you become a student. You just have to log in with your student credentials.
when
Creative.
you go to, you can say that you already have an account, and then
Mhm.
you put your student email, and it will ask you if it's for a company or a school. Then you click on
Oh,
school, and you put your password to enter like your email or like even your Blackboard.
Yes.
so this is when I go to the Adobe Illustrator website.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it's going to ask you, I think that's when they ask you if it's a company or personal or school.
Thank you.
Share. Does everybody have Creative Cloud? Okay, good. How about since
The Adobe Creative Club.
yeah, because you'll get
Uh,
Photoshop Illustrator.
I don't have that. I don't think so.
When you're logging in right now, that will then once you log in, you will then have Creative Cloud. So all of the applications are under Adobe Creative Cloud. So Illustrator, Photoshop, InDesign, Figma, all of those are in there. And all you need to do is either download them to your computer. Because when you try to open it, it has to download anyway if you don't already have it on your computer. Hey Yasmin, how you doing?
Good.
Oh, are you? I'm so proud of you because when I first started Illustrator, I'm like, what is all of this? How do I do it? Did you use it before at all?
No.
Cool.
Sharon, I think I saw you today getting your ID. I actually made the ID for you.
You work in student services?
I work in the student life office.
Okay. Oh, you probably saw my son today too. He lost
Sorry,
his
it's loud
ID.
right now. But you said, wait, say that again?
I made your ID today.
Well, yeah. I recognized that. I was like, is that her? I
I
was like, I wasn't sure though.
I was like, I think I saw her. Yeah, I'm this NSO assistant. So I work there in the office and sometimes I help with the IDs.
Well, if anybody's planning on going on to another degree to get their bachelor's, I would highly recommend joining Phi Theta Kappa. You get a big scholarship when you transfer every year after you transfer. So I think I don't know if it's still like 5,000 a year when you transfer to another school. So every year you're at that school, you get like $5,000 from Phi Theta Kappa.
It depends on the school because some of the schools
Yeah,
that are really trying to take students, they even give like $10,000
yeah.
or 11,000.
I'm all about going to school free. There's so many scholarships out there. So, yes, a total of 12 words. Jason, did you have a question about the anatomy terms and terms?
I thought it told me to type anatomy in terms. I didn't know where to type it down, so I typed it in chat.
Where did you think you had to type anatomy in terms?
It's a file name.
Oh. Okay,
I
so
took it as I took the file name as if it told me to do something.
no, the one on the drive on Google on Blackboard. The one, did you download it? The one on Blackboard, is that
Oh,
what you're
it
talking
was.
about?
Oh, the file. The link is too big for me to type to me to send it in chat.
Were you trying to download it off of Blackboard?
I have the separate file open. Oh, it's in the typography anatomy folder in Blackboard.
And what's it asking you to do when you
The
download
file
it?
name is set. The file name says type anatomy in terms, so I thought it'd be funny to type anatomy in terms.pdf. I took the file name as if it told me to do something.
Type it out?
Yeah, so I did it in chat.
So,
Someone's got to
does
be the
everybody,
media in here.
thank you. We do need some fun. Does everybody know how to use the type tool? Or
Yeah,
familiar with the type tool?
I
Jack's
know.
probably already done. So, you guys are in the way. I can't get to my fonts. Move. There we go. Certain people like to do things their own way with type and where they put it. So you should, when you have Adobe Creative Cloud, depending on if you've downloaded fonts or not, you should have a certain amount of fonts in here. So you could, use Impact, or please don't use that one. For different reasons, different uses, chalkboard. Hmm. What was that other one? Comic Sans. I hope it better not be in here. Oh my God, it is. Never even looked before. Um, so try out different fonts, see how you like them. You can, this little red thing, if you don't know, is that there's extra text in the box. I don't know if you also knew if you double click on this. Oh, it's going to ask me to, it's got offset too. Sorry. You can hold down the shift key and make it bigger and smaller. I don't know if you knew that. Because if you do that, you don't have that and you try to stretch it, it just says that. So the fonts are either under properties, or you can go to, I keep getting just InDesign and Illustrator backwards. So in InDesign, it's characters. I always have my workspace. Oh yeah, workspace. You guys know about workspace? So you can basically change your workspace to how you want it, what you're working on, typography. I really like classic. I don't know what you guys set yours up as, but it'll change it to be set up like this so that your layers are out here and you can go to paragraphs and characters, and that's all set up for you to change how you want really easily. So if you want to change I'm sure you guys have learned how to change your workspace. You can change it back to whatever you want. I kind of like typography, but sometimes I don't because then I'm working with colors and such. I was looking for. You can also create your own workspace. I don't know if anybody's ever done that. It'll save whatever way you've set up your workspace for you. And you can name it. This one's interesting. The difference between these. Huge difference. Never use this one. Probably because it's hard to read. I don't know if you guys know it, but you can hold down your mouse and pull in and out with the magnifying glass. You can click too. Space bar is hold the hand. You can pull it around if you hold down the space bar. I don't like that. The shortcuts. You guys know the shortcuts? Z is for magnifying. V is for the selection tool. B is for brush. B is for ball.
I hardly ever use shortcuts to switch between tools. I just go to the left.
It helps save some time. If you're always using the same tool over and over again, like V for the selection tool, it's really helpful. And it tells you up at the top, it tells you when you hover over it what the shortcut is. So like for the magnifying glass, it's Z. So also option, copy. I don't know how much you guys know. So everybody's at a different stage. Like there's some people who are almost finished, and there's some people who've never used Illustrator before. So for those who have not used Illustrator before, these are some of the easy ways to do things. You can either copy and paste, which you can go up to the editing tool or editing on toolbar and do copy and paste that way. But as you can see, you're gonna have I don't know if you've seen the joke, Command Z, Command C, Command V, Command Z. Command Z is undo, 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 undo. Oh my God, I don't want to do that. Undo. But you can also just to copy stuff, if you want to, if it's highlighted, you can hold down your mouse key, option. Oh no, 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 don't do that. Option, and you'll see like not very easy on this because it's let me put it over if you can see it. So when you hold on the option, you get this like two arrows, a white and a black one, and you can just drag another one over while you're holding down the option and shift. How are you guys doing on this?
Pretty good so far.
Good. These are meant to be quick and easy. To change type, you double click on it, triple click on it to highlight all of it. You could also, if you want to go in the layers, if you're looking for something, I wouldn't, if you're looking to change this one, it's gonna show up. It'll tell you what layer it's on. And if you open it up, you'll find it's highlighted with this little dot on the side to the right. And you can turn it on and off if you want to try and figure out where stuff is. Does everybody know how to export a PDF in Illustrator? No?
Do.
Okay, so you go up to File, Export, Export As, and it'll ask you, it'll have PNG down here or JPEG or whatever. You scroll down to PDF, Adobe PDF, and you click on that. And then you can click on range because this will export all of them and you'll have a bunch of empty ones for your exercise one. So you want to click on range and then you would put, since it's only 6 artboards, I think, right? Yeah, 12 words, 6 artboards. You'd put 1 through 6 on here and then you'd press export. And then it'll come, let's see, because you're right. It'll come up with this. You can pretty much small file size PDF. It's not anything important. It's just text, so don't worry about any of these settings right now. These settings you'll do more so later when you get into really big files, marks and bleeds, things like that, when you're exporting images. So you would just say export and then it'll save it to wherever you tell it to save it to. YouTube is a great place, but also LinkedIn Learning is a great place too. If you ever get stuck, you can't figure anything out. I love YouTube. It's fast and easy. Sometimes it's faster and easier than LinkedIn Learning because sometimes on LinkedIn Learning you have to scroll through a whole bunch of other videos to figure out or find what you're looking for. That was the problem I ran into when I was a student. They'd say, "Oh, go to LinkedIn Learning and find it," and I'd be like, "Ah, I've been looking for 25 minutes. I can't find it." Adobe, Adobe has a lot of, you can go to Adobe and type in whatever it is you're looking for, or just type in the question and then like how to save a PDF in Illustrator. And you'll find like 500 different videos on it. If that doesn't make sense. But God willing, I will get this loaded to YouTube if you guys have any questions. So basically, I went through how to save the file, how to click on the type tool. So you click the T and you open a box and it'll fill it with something called Laura Ipson. That's just filler text. And then you can go over to properties, or you can go up to the windows and try to find I think characters, it's under characters. And you do the drop down menu. If you don't have a lot of these, we can go through how to download fonts later, but these are good enough to start with. There's Rockwell to start with. These are good to start with. Does this do this? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Okay, so when you're in, it makes me annoyed. When you're in InDesign, if you double click on it, it automatically changes the size of the font, the text box. You drag the text in, there you go. I think it said 20 font, right? 20 size, it's 20 points. So you would go over here to right under what it is, Rockwell bold. You'd click on this and you could type in 20 or you can find 20. So it usually goes in twos. We'll get into that later, but you can type in 20. You can double click. You can just click once and type in the number. And if the box is too small, you can just open it up, pull it open, and put your arrow anywhere and drag it up into the box. How's everybody doing? Are they finished with this project? Halfway? Struggling? Does anybody need
Well,
help with it? No? Hello.
not right now.
Okay. So we can either A, keep working on this project, or B, go on to some of the information I wanted to cover.
We can go to the information,
Does
I
everybody
think.
agree? Is oh, we got some thumbs up. Okay. Hey, Yasmin, how you feel about that? Do you feel like you need more help?
So good.
So good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, what can I get covered today? So we got through everything. Basic type. Where does it go out and look to see real quick? That one's gonna take too long, I think, that video. I think this one's like 10 minutes. Let me start on this one.
Right now it's
Alright,
8:50 p.m. We leave at 9:20.
yeah, so I think we should be able to get through a few things. I don't think we'll be able to get through all of this. I'm trying to scroll up so I can get this up higher. And it's not letting me. Oh, can you guys see that? Or did I lose you? I increased the
What?
size. Can you see it?
I can see your screen.
Okay, so you can see the presentation. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay. So, type basics. So what we're going to explore is the essential elements of typography and uncover the impact of visual and written communication. So the activities are going to be the word, the expressive word, and the type journal. And like I said before, this course is going to cover fascinating world of typography, and we're to discover the power, and I couldn't stress this enough in my first class, the power of typography is incredible. You probably have recognized a ton of really bad stuff and a ton of really good stuff, and you're going to find that in your type journal. We're going to go over the different types of fonts and their classifications, and basic visual art hierarchy and readability, and a bit of history eventually. What is typography? I guess you guys, well, some people are really familiar with it, some people are not familiar with it. And what is typography? And what it isn't. And why does it matter? Oh, here's an example. So wait, hold on. I gotta move you guys so you guys can see the pictures and I can read. Typography is the art of technique and arranging type to make written language legible, readable, and visibly appealing. It's key to aspect of design influencing communication, branding, and user experience. Does everybody know what user experience is? It's the experience that you have when you're on your phone or on the website is user experience. Good typography makes information easy to read and understand, and bad typography can confuse or alienate the reader. So this versus that. I don't know if you guys have ever seen these kinds of typography and arrangement. This is not just typography, this is arrangement of information. Totally confusing. Two arrows pointing the same thing. It's, yeah. How do you guys like that? And then there's the clean, very easy to read, tells your eye where to go typography. And typography is not just for books and websites. As you guys are going to learn when you do your typography journal, you're going to look around and find road signs, products, movies, credits, coffee mugs like that one. And it's not just about what's going on in this country, but it's also in every country and every culture has a type style. Different parts of the world have different scripts, different styles, but they all unite in the goal of making words both clear to read and pleasing to look at. This has a boatload of typography, overwhelming to the eye, but each one of them is arranged so that it's readable and enjoyable. Overwhelming, but readable, enjoyable. Oh, this has the video. So let's see. I'm trying to think. How much time do we have? Time is it? We'll see if we can get through this. And let's see if the link works. And if you
8:54
guys,
p.m.
okay, and if you guys can see it. Can you guys see this? This is
Yeah,
6 minutes, 7 minutes long.
Yeah,
I
I
think
can
we
see
can
it.
do it. And let's see how many ads we get. Probably like a 10-minute ad, right?
Is it supposed to have an audio
Are there
with it?
captions available?
Oh, hold on. Let me go back. You guys can't hear it?
No, I can't hear it. I can't hear it, but I
Okay.
can see it.
Let me see if I can. Let me go off of here.
I
My
want to know if there's captions
settings.
available.
There probably is caption available. Let me see right away. Why isn't? Good question. This isn't on YouTube. This is on PBS, so I don't see the captions part. Do you need captions?
Wow.
Oh wait, transcript.
I always like to have
Okay.
captions on whenever I watch a video.
It says I have to open it in a new tab. You can go to Blackboard if you want to look at this is the transcript down below. And when you click on that, you'll be able to see it. Let me see if I can figure out how to do the audio so that
PBS
you
has
guys
wacky ways to
to
watch
see these
videos.
transcripts. Yeah. Um, it's a good question. Well, I can't. It might be because I have my headphones on, but I'm not sure. Same? No. I see. Okay. It's because of my headphones. Let me change it to. No, I don't want the ad. I want to unpause it. Where's the, there we go. Can you see it? Hear it now?
Yeah, but I can't hear it.
I'm gonna guess you can't hear it still.
Yeah, still no audio.
Now I can't hear you. I'm gonna make them. Wait, Jason, your mic is on. Can you talk so I can see if I can hear you?
The Fitnessgram Pacer test is a
Nope, I
multi-stage
can't hear you.
aerobic capacity test that progressively.
Let me try again. Turn on volume. Nope, that didn't work. Audio. Flex speaker.
No?
Okay, this is on.
No.
Hey. Okay. If I can't figure it out.
Zoom tech is whack.
Yeah, it is. Because I would assumed you guys could hear it. Internal output. Any tech geeks out there? No?
Merely about forms, they're about design systems.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it now.
Okay, here we go. Is it really loud? I turned up my volume really loud.
They have to do
Not for
with
me, it's the right volume.
Okay.
It's the joy of what happens with color and form and information.
Fonts are clothes in a sense. They help visually externalize your identity to the world.
It's about tension, it's about spatial arrangements, it's about the texture, and it's about the dynamics.
typefaces are not toys. They're tools. They're designed to solve problems. Some people say that there are two kinds of type designers. There are those whose voice is always detectable in the work they do, and those whose voice is never detectable in the work they do. Tobias and I try to conceal our handiwork in typefaces. I would love people to recognize our work, to respond to it in an emotional way, but again, for it to play second fiddle to the message.
A lot of the conversations that we have would sound kind of bizarre. We're trying to figure out, like, what is the gray flannel suit version of this form?
It's like, this is too Tom and Jerry. It needs to be more Don Draper. It's just
like, and we know exactly what we're talking about. It's like, hey, you're right.
Letters are everywhere, and that's one of the things that makes typography so interesting to people these days.
It's such a pervasive part of our day. You need type again and again and again to get through the day, to live your life.
I landed in the music industry in the 70s. It was completely lucky. I loved record covers. I thought there was no object more wonderful than a record cover. The albums that people would know were things like Bruce Springsteen, Darkness at the Edge of Town, or the Boston album. But I was more interested in typography. So I used to experiment with typography on jazz albums. I determine how I design something based on the audience and what the audience will bear. Evoke the response you want while pushing the audience to see something perhaps in a new way. My goal when I started designing for the public theater was to create a visual language as opposed to a logo for the theater. And Bring in the Noise, Bring in the Funk was the best use of that visual language because it used this wood type in a very provocative way. It was type that talked to you, it was type that rapped, it was type that tapped. It's the only Broadway show that didn't have a logo. Everything's about identity. Everything is about expressing individuality of places, businesses, organizations, people. I think the ultimate goal is to have as much uniqueness and understanding on every communication that you can have.
Quite weirdly, I always think typography is a little bit like carpet. I kind of look at it from the point of view of texture and how readable that texture actually is. One of our clients is Studio Museum in Harlem. I had thought about Invisible Man. He talks about the sense of identity as an African-American and being Black, the idea of being noticed and unnoticed. What we did was create a form similar to a stealth bomber. I took some text, applied it to a paper format, utilizing optical illusion, and that's how stealth became whole. It's not a normal poster which is flat. It's very sculptural. UCLA came to me and asked us to look at their poster series. We utilized their standard font. We used Fedora and manipulated them through code into irregular dynamic structures which were still fonts. You need attractors. Too much text. There's not enough textual form and tension and dynamics. And so when you see a poster that is entirely different to other posters that you see around you, then you're going to be attracted to it, either whether you hate it or you like it. And it's basically doing its job.
If you look back 200 years, infographics were being used to map cholera cases in London. Fast forward, you have magazines like Wired putting an emphasis on infographics. Wired influences publications like Good, who take this online. So the Opportunity Gap is a piece that we did for Good magazine. It's really ultimately about education. It's about how poverty rates and access to healthcare creates a discrepancy in the opportunities available to students of different races. The most challenging part of working on an infographic is taking all of the available data, deciding what is the most important bit of information that we need to communicate. Infographics are just about the typography getting out of the way of the message.
Our process is to be able to distill the information to a very key point. We try to be as expressive as you can possibly be with the limitations we have.
Infographics are like pop science, fun,
Friendly.
interesting, absorbing.
Because of the computer, people are really aware of typography like they've never been before.
Typography is kind of finally free on the web.
It's amazing that everybody can do this. The tools are there. They're on your phone, which is extraordinary.
It's just something that should be enjoyed.
Words have meaning and type has spirit, and the combination is spectacular.
Okay, what did you guys think? That was a short and condensed version of what we're gonna go over in more detail the next time we talk, because I'm gonna stop sharing this one. And I figured, I don't know what I did. I'll have to figure it out again next time. What I did to get it to work. And I will probably not be able to get it to work, my headphones again, which is the funny thing. Okay. I was going back to the tentative schedule and looking at that before we go. And I lost you guys. I have too many windows open. There we go. Yeah, this one. So we did it. We got through the first class and we even got to a little bit of type basics. So make sure you have your exercise 1 done. I think it's due by 6:30 on Thursday. And then we're going to go over, we're going to look at that briefly, and then we're going to get into project 1, expressive words. Does anybody have any questions about what they need to do? Anything like that?
When I export the artboards, is it like this is it's hard to like sometimes describe these things over Zoom, but the artboards are numerical like left to right.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so like it'll be 1, 2,
Yeah,
3.
so if you were to, I should share my, okay, I can go back in and share Illustrator again to answer your question about that. Where is Illustrator? There it is. So you're saying about exporting the artboards, if you're not sure which artboards you're exporting, go to the artboards and you can just click on an artboard and it'll show you what one you're on. You see on the side. So
Yeah,
that's
I've been like kind of lazy and I'm just like at the top where you have the like name, I'm just like dragging the one I made from a previous one onto the next one. Does that make
Oh,
sense?
you know what you can do? You can do
Okay,
copy.
just doing all and then dragging it to the next one. Is that gonna copy okay or
You
paste?
can do paste in place or paste on all artboards.
Oh, that's okay.
So you can go to the next artboard and do paste in place. So let's just say I changed my name. Let's just say I'm XYZ, XYZ, blah, 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 blah. I hit escape to get out of there. So I get the V tool again. Or you can hit V, either one. Well, don't you actually, this is Illustrator. I keep thinking I'm in InDesign. So if you're in here, typing away and I'm like, oh, I want to get out of there. And you go, okay, I want to hit V. It'll give you a V. So don't do that. In different programs will do different things. Hit escape and then you'll get the selection tool again. So then you're going to hit Command C and then go over to another artboard and you can hit paste in place and it'll paste it exactly in the same place it was on the other artboard. Or you can do paste on all artboards and you'll see it's on all of them.
But because I've been dragging them, does that mean that it's not like actually on the artboard? I'm sorry if that doesn't make sense. I'm like thinking about it as if it's like layers. I don't know.
Oh, okay. So you're dragging it will be on the same layer. So
But it's gonna show up on the artboard. Like the artboard isn't blank, right?
no. Okay, so the layers and the artboards are two totally separate things. So I could take this and copy it and put it on, layer 15 and paste it. It's still going to be, hold on.
The artboards are technically the sheet of paper, and then you can
Right.
just paste anything from any other page. You can call it like that onto a different one, and then once you download it, it's all gonna look like in the like each page is gonna look like it looks in the program. The layers are more so like if you have one thing on top of something else or like under something else.
Thank you. So you could copy this and move over here and paste it. It's still on layer 2.
Okay.
It's on a different artboard, but it's still on layer 2.
Okay.
So like if you were working on layer 2, I try to keep the artboards connected to the layers. So I'm sorry for it being a bit confusing, because some of the information is not on the artboard. So that's 2. So I just put the name there for you guys, for it's easier for you. But usually all the information from each artboard is on the same layer. That's what your goal is to have
Okay.
all the information on each layer. And
Because
if
I have all my words on like under the week 1 example.
Okay.
Is that a problem?
No, not at
Okay.
all. Because when you
I'm like
export it as
very
a PDF,
Photoshop filled. Like I feel like my brain understands Photoshop better than Illustrator.
yeah,
It just
they're
doesn't
completely
make sense.
different. You can drag it onto layer 2 if you wanted to, or layer 1, and it'll move it.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Does that make sense? There you go. And if you want, I can upload a different one that has just the information for each artboard on one layer. If you want, I can do that.
I mean, I'm close to finishing this exercise.
Okay.
I think I can sort it out. I think it's just kind of like, I don't know, ignoring my own confusion and just going through until I understand later on in the semester.
Okay. So right now I'm just figuring out what is on which layer. This should be on a different layer. I could see your confusion because I didn't put everything in different layers for you guys, which I should have. And you know what? I think I'm gonna fix this. Oh, and put it back on for your type journal. I'm gonna work on changing this for you guys so it's not so confusing, and then I can re-upload it for your type journal. But for this one, don't worry about it. All you have to worry about is putting the text in the box, these two here, and this. And if you want to just copy and paste it to the name to each one, then you can, that's the fastest way to do it. Does anybody else have any other questions? Is this new at the bottom? Did Illustrator add something? You see at the bottom, click the object to select. Shift click.
I think that's a new thing.
That's new. I don't remember seeing that.
I've never seen that before.
And I don't know, am I in type still? Workspace? No, I'm in essentials. I don't know if it changes with workspaces.
I don't even use Workspace.
Let me try typography. No, it's there. Interesting. It's a new thing.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Is it with the new update? What if it's one of those tutorial things that you gotta like say no, you don't want? Are you guys working in
What?
What is this thing? This is annoying. Oh my God.
That's Discover.
Is this like the new help thing?
I think that's a tutorial.
Is this like the new tutorial thing? Yeah.
I'm guessing because I've never seen it before.
I haven't seen it before either. I'm not a big fan. Sometimes depending on what you're in, it'll also have like the typeface just sitting out here, like constantly sitting on your artboard, asking you what typeface you want. If nobody has any other questions, then I'm gonna let you guys go, and if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna change this so it's more user-friendly and re-upload it. Is that cool?
Yeah. I do have a question.
Sure.
Did you say that we had to do 12
words?
Or did I hear wrong? 12?
12 words.
Okay. On each of the layers, I guess. I don't know how to call it. The templates, I guess.
So it's 12 words total, 2 words on each page, 6 total artboards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can delete all these, or you can just export artboards 1 through 6.
And they all have to be in different fonts.
Yeah, just experiments with fonts. So, and it has to be in 20 point. Oh, my text is very not right. Is it just because it's really tiny? What happened to my text?
Something.
Oh, yeah. What the? Okay, hold on. Oh, I have an extra board
Wait,
here.
what are you doing?
Oh, there was two on top of each other. How many do I have here?
Oh.
Oh, that's not good. You know what happened is when I pasted it to
Oh, that is unhealthy.
yeah, I'm mad now. So I'm gonna change. I'm totally changing this. It did what I didn't want it to do. Okay, let me go back to typography. Yeah, there we go. There it is. It must have been under a layer. So you're just gonna do one word, and you're gonna do it in 20. Go away. In 20 points. So that's 20. That seems so small for Rockwell, isn't it? I think it's tiny. I think it should be bigger, personally. So you'd put it there, and then you'd put.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, I don't care, Sari. Shut up. Thank you. Okay, so you'd put in there, I can't remember what the specifications were. You had to put the type, the name of the type. What did the exercise say? The name of the type, I think. And then something else. Why you liked it? I can't remember off the top of my head. And then you'd put this another word, option, holding on the option key, dragging it over. Then you'd pick another font. Let's do a big honking one. This is kind of cool. Text. Is there one that's like really tall? So how about Arial? I like Donny. I also like not Comic Sans. Didot. It's so tiny. Futura. I like Futura. These all seem so small. I'm not like that liking the 20 point. I don't think it's big enough. If you guys want to go bigger, that's fine. That's kind of cool. Since they're big squares, you can like knock it up to like, let's see how big you can go. Depends on the font too. You could probably go, you want to go bigger. It's up to you. You can also double click and hit the arrow key and it'll increase the font size. That way too. No, that's not what I wanted. How big will it be? It might fit. Yeah, it fits. What one is that? That's fun. So you can go bigger. I'm not liking that 20 point. That's tiny. Okay, so also, you see how I clicked on that little circle right there? That will encapsulate it changes it from being a text box to being an expandable text box. So you can hold down the shift key and pull on any of the corners, push down the shift key and pull on the corners, and it'll increase the size of it with your mouse. Does that help? Okay. Did I get everybody's Google? I think I did, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Anybody have any other questions? Good? Okay. Oh, under the board. Okay, somebody had a question. So in the assignment, it says, I'm going back to the assignment. Here's the assignment. The assignment says you are supposed to add underneath the bottom 20 points, 12 words, explore, use font size 20 or larger. So definitely go larger, I would say. Type the name of the typeface you use next to the word or under. You can put under. You selected. Place 2 words per page. So the name of the typeface. You do not need to put any information in the box below the 2 squares. I think you should. I think you should put the name of the typeface in below that.
Sorry to interrupt,
Yes,
but
ma'am.
I do have to leave.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Whoever has to leave, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. We're over time, so if anybody wants to stay and has more questions, feel free.
I just have one last question before I dip.
Sure. Yeah.
Where do we find the information for exercise 1 again?
Okay, it's under projects.
Okay.
I thought
And
I
I
would have had
see
it done
the
by now.
project, but when I click on it, there's no information on it.
Okay, no, oh, I'm sorry.
Assignments, projects,
Are you looking for
exercises,
project
exercise
or
1.
exercise 1 is what we're working on right now.
Exercise 1, finding fonts for click for expression, click
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and exercise 1.
Is there like any information on like what we need to do? Because I don't see it on my part.
For which one?
Click where it says exercise 1 below the
exercise
second
1.
exercise 1 folder.
Yeah, it's for exercise 1.
And then click view instructions on the bottom right.
Right here.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Then it gives you all the information you need.
I was just kind of in a weird spot. There we go.
And we export it as a PDF?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, just put the name of the font underneath. And make sure you save it in your Google Drive. And then do you guys know how to do a link? So when you upload your file, your PDF, when you're in that space where you uploaded it, you click on the PDF. So you upload it, you click on the PDF, and then at the top, there's the URL at the top of and you copy that and you put it in the submission area, which is right here. And then you press submit. That should take you like.
Thank you. Good night.
You're welcome. Good night, everybody. If you have any questions,
Have a
just
good
reach
one.
out. And
I am going to leave.
Good night. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.